Middlesex were humbled by Kent on a night to forget at Lord's as their home campaign in the T20 Blast ended with a 77-run defeat. The Spitfires batted after winning the toss, a good one to win as it was to turn out, and after taking 10 runs from the first 4 balls, George Munsey was out to the 5th. A red ball dismissal and a white ball contest. Majib the man on target. Zach Crawley was soon used in the middle of his bat. A gorgeous evening in North London, enjoyed by the batsman as he struck these 2 early maximums to give his side just the start they wanted. Blake Cullen was asked to deliver the last over of the power play and may have feared the worst when Crawley eased his first delivery over the mid-wicket boundary. But when he tried to repeat the dose next ball, he failed to get the ball as far, and that allowed Max Holden to show off his athleticism and skill on the boundary's edge. A great catch which had Crawley on his way for 26. The Spitfires had 60 runs on the board from the power play, and Harry Finch and Heino Kuhn carried the total to 93 for 2 at the halfway stage. The visitors handily placed for an assault from the remaining 10 overs. The conditions at this stage looked ideal for batting, both from the surface and the sky above. Finch went after Stephen Finn, his partnership with Kuhn reaching 65, as Finch took 3 fours off 3 successive deliveries. And even though Kuhn holed out to Daryl Mitchell off Nathan Souter, Kent would have fancied getting to a total of around 200. Buoyed by that dismissal, Middlesex though began to fight back. Callum McLeod edged Cullen behind to the returning John Simpson, out for 7. Souter's 4 overs went for only 20, and his tidiness opened up things for Majib, who had Dan Lincoln another to be very well held in the deep, this time by Joe Cracknell. Cullen then grabbed 2 more wickets in his last over. Marcus O'Riordan toe-ended to Finn at mid-off, and Finch's stalling innings was ended 3 balls later as he missed time to Holden. The batsman departing for 47, his team left on 145 for 7 with 2 overs to go. Tom Helm then flattened Harry Podmore's leg stump, and in the end the Spitfires had stumbled to a final score of 157 for 8, certainly short of where they thought they might get at one stage. But perhaps the surface had become tougher to bat on, because Middlesex was soon losing wickets in their reply. Sam Robson bowled behind his legs for 2 at the end of the 2nd over. Cracknell followed 4 balls later, smashing Podmore flat, but straight to a well-placed Munsey. He was gone for 4, and then Mitchell on 2 was adjudged to be leg before, a wicket which left Middlesex 3 down with only 20 runs on the board after 21 deliveries of the chase. That became 29 for 3 at the end of the 6 overs of power play, and on loan Varun Chopra then was bowled by debutant Elliot Hooper. 30 for 4 became 36 for 5 as Simpson chipped Podmore to Crawley, a dismissal which perhaps showed that the pitch had indeed become more difficult for the batsman. Clearing the rope was certainly no easy task now. Holden tried but could only find McLeod, who held on very coolly. Middlesex was 7 down by the time the first 10 overs were used up, the latest to go being Souter, another to fall to the impressive Hooper. The left-arm spinner had figures of 3 for 13 from 3 overs, after he also had Helm caught at long off for a dozen. Cullen was another to hear the death rattle, the contest long since lost on what had quickly become a very disappointing evening for the hosts. The final pairing of Finn and Majib were left to score 95 from 35 balls. While that was never going to happen, at least it gave Majib the chance to have some fun, but his innings was ended midway through the 17th over as he was out for 13. Middlesex arguably putting in their worst performance of a T20 season, which has at times promised much, but has not always delivered. They were all out for 80 on this occasion, and that meant a loss by 77 runs. They finish off their campaign on Sunday at Essex.